This week on Overdrive, we test ride the much-awaited Hero Extreme 250R. Take the electric Mercedes G-Wagon for a spin in terrain it's most comfortable in, and check out the Ultraviolet Shockwave, an electric powerhouse poised to redefine performance and style, and also the Ultraviolet Tesseract that's clocked 50,000 pre-bookings within just 2 weeks. Hello and welcome to Overdrive. I'm Soini. That the Hero Extreme 250R is entering the premium space of motorcycles in the 250cc segment in India with aggressive styling, good performance and also top tier hardware. Now, is this the quarter leader comeback that Hero fans have been waiting for? Let's find out.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the new Hero Extreme, and as you can already see, it's grown bigger. It's now a 250, and that gets me wondering, why do Indian manufacturers shy away from this 250cc segment? Why has it taken them so long to make any splash in this segment?
For the longest time, quarter-litre motorcycles were seen as indulgent, impractical and unviable for a mass-market manufacturer. High fuel prices, price-sensitive buyers and underdeveloped road infrastructure meant that anything above 200cc sat on the fringes of relevance.
It has taken Hero over 2 decades since the original CBZ to step up into the ring with something as bold as the Extreme 250. But now that they are here, it is definitely good news.
At first glance, the Hero Extreme 250 doesn't look like it belongs in the same company as older, mellow Hero motorcycles. This one is bold.
I think it definitely looks good, but it's going to be very polarizing. You're either going to love it or you're going to absolutely think it's overdone.
Either way, there is no denying that it definitely makes the silhouette aggressive, and the lean forward stance gives it a genuine street fighter appeal. It's also purposeful under the skin. You get a steel trellis frame developed for torsional and lateral stiffness so that your handling is sharp and uncompromised.
It comes with 43mm upside down forks. This is the kind of hardware we've come to expect from KTM, not Hero, but it's right there. And then you have the muscular styling, which might make you feel that the bike is pretty heavy, but honestly, the bike feels quite light on its feet.
On the move, the bike feels solid. The highway manners are really good with excellent stability. It doesn't attack corners with the same aggression as a KTM Duke, and the turn-ins aren't as quick either. But the cornering stability is excellent. The MRF tires are good too, but start feeling skittish at higher leans. But your weekend rides should be fun. On the track, you might need better rubber, should you take this to the track days. The bike has all the ingredients of a performance machine, and the numbers back that up.
As far as the brakes are concerned, there is quite a bit of a spongy feel. You know, this happening with the X-Pulse, I'm okay, but this happening with the Extreme, no, I would have liked it to be a bit more bitey. I would have liked the feel to be more like competitor K in that sense. More so for the rear brake. The rear brake is absolutely spongy, and even the pedal travel seems a bit much, especially given the position of the rear sets. Let's also take this opportunity to talk about the ergonomics. Now, the foot pegs, like I said, are not too far behind. They are quite sportily placed. They are not too far forward either. Doesn't feel like a power commuter. It actually feels like a very sporty motorcycle that you're using for commuting. So overall, the ergonomics are quite nice. I also like how your knees and your thighs fall in place with this muscular tank. It's easy to grab onto under braking, while cornering, etc. You get a really nice grip. So the riding posture, really good. Now, for the seat, the frontal section of the seat is designed in such a way that it's flat, so you can sit in an upright manner when you're commuting, so that it's nice and comfortable. But when you're attacking the bends, or maybe if you take it to the racetrack, the rear section of the seat has been raised a little. So the moment you move back, you get into a more attacking stance naturally. You don't really have to bend. It naturally sort of bends you down for that attacking posture. So I quite like how they have done a small change, but that has made a lot of difference. And now let's talk about the all-important engine. This is the 250cc engine, all new, liquid cooled. It is essentially born from the Karizma's 210cc motor, but it has been given a longer stroke. It puts out about 30 PS of power, 25 Newton meters of torque. I know these are figures that you've already heard of, that you've already read on the brochure, because this motorcycle has already garnered a lot of interest. How does it all come together on the road? Well, I am in love with this engine. The way it accelerates, it's simply phenomenal. Despite whatever they are claiming, it definitely feels real quick, both in terms of outright acceleration and also in gear acceleration. It wakes up at about 5000 RPM, but the moment it gets there, from there it just wants to rush to the red line. So that mid-range to the top end performance is simply superb, something that you want from a fast street naked like this. That engine has been benchmarked against some of the juicy rivals that we have in the 250cc segment, the KTMs included. It does a 0 to 60 in about 3.2 seconds. It will go from 0 to 100 in about 8.5 seconds. So if you were to really compare it to its class rivals, it is rather quick. In fact, Hero claims it is the quickest motorcycle in its segment. Despite being the flagship 250, it doesn't come with a lot of electronic fanfare. You do get ABS riding modes. So you have the road mode, which will essentially have ABS alert all the time on both the wheels. And then you have the track mode, where the ABS is alert only on the front wheel. It will also allow a little bit of the rear wheel lift. And if there is slip, it will allow a little bit of slip before the ABS kicks in again to save the day for you.
Now let's circle back to that core question. Is this the right bike at the right time? Or has Hero missed the moment? There's no denying that KTM has already rewritten expectations in this segment. Suzuki and Yamaha have loyalists, and Bajaj has evolved the Pulsar brand to overlap with KTM's portfolio. But the market itself has matured too.
Motorcycle riders today want something that is a lot more than a commuter bike, but less than a hardcore track tool. They want something that's usable, something that's stylish, something that's performance oriented, but at the same time still be an affordable street bike. And I think that is where this motorcycle fits in quite well. That is where the Xtreme 250 could carve its niche.
We've also road tested the Hero Xpulse 210. You can check that review out on our YouTube channel. Up next, the electric G-Wagon off-road, where it truly shines.